Hello, this is Jim Keating again. I'm here to talk to you today about self-perfection. Self-perfection. I had put something up on my Facebook page recently about that. I remember training in Kempo, and when you would go to events, Mr. Parker would sell posters of himself. Nice ones, black and white, like a drawing. And he would put, "Good luck on your quest for self-perfection." And he would write that on many of them. And I always thought, isn't that amazing? Not, "I hope you kick the adversary's ass," or "I hope you win all your battles." But good luck on your quest for self-perfection, because that really is what Kempo is all about, he used to tell me. Jim? And I'd say yes. And so it meant get past certain points. He said, one time I remember asking something about what was next in line, and he said, "I don't want to hear you ask that again." He said, "At your level, you should be giving back to the arts. The days of you taking from the art is over. Now you should be giving back to the art." And I thought, man, that's profound. I felt humbled, put in my place. The Master speaks again in that wise way. And I always admired that self-perfection thing. Later, when I was training with Vu used to talk about lines of self-perfection, meaning you go beyond fighting people or learning the art or getting a rank or whatever else you're pursuing. And these lines are not for fighting, and people will misunderstand them. They may, fa quen, the flowery hands that do nothing but look cool. So many people will say, "Oh, this is just stupid. It means nothing." No. Now we've entered the realm of self-perfection, where poise, grace, and beauty must come forth. Many are thinking right now, I think he's talking about kata. Yes, kata, that's lines of self-perfection. They're not meant to go out and beat people up with, but what they are is a compendium of skills, techniques, and knowledge that allow you to bring out the best in yourself while performing the actions of your chosen art. And that kata, hyung, whatever you may call them, fist sets, these are lines of self-perfection, and they are valuable. There's other things in other arts that are different from kata that are along the lines of self-perfection. Many people laugh about such things, and they say, "You're wasting your time. It's a hollow pursuit." No, I have enough fighting right now. Between all the knife and gun and everything else, the silat, I have enough fight. It's like itchy and scratchy. Fight. It's like, man, enough with the fight, I got it. After 60 years, if I don't got it, I probably should just quit. So that part of my life is under control. I work quite a bit on lines of self-perfection, because those are the self-awareness part. That is the enlightenment part. The awareness. That's what it's all about. Self-awareness. Not self-absorption, but self-awareness. And every movement I make of each finger, of my eyeballs, every breath, I am aware. Because why is that? This is all about self-perfection. I am very awakened when I do self-perfection. I raise the Shen to bring that vital spirit up to the head top, to where you become nimble, agile, quick, and light. And you move. Your lines are beautiful because there's nobody kicking your ass. There's nobody slamming you down on the ground. And nobody actually kick you in the stomach. So now you can be perfect. You can do everything exactly as your body or whoever you're training under tells you to do, in the most best way possible, you might say. So the lines of self-perfection should not be mocked. Many fighters who do not and I say fighters, because it's usually the tough guy, the fighter, who does mock these things. They misunderstand them. Now, the reverse misunderstanding can occur. Someone learns lines of self-perfection and has the false belief they can fight, that this is about a fight, and they'll learn soon enough that it is not. That this is an idealized situation to bring about a knowledge, a skill, and a personal best that we can do. I myself are right now pursuing work with the iron fan. Most of what you see in iron fan work is just, well, flopping around, emphasis here and there. It's all kata, generally. It's all form, and when you do see it, it's something like they hit you in the head with the fan, or they poke you with the end of it. Lottie friggin' da, as Chris Farley would say. You know, it's like, boy, that's creative as hell, isn't it? I would have never thought of that. So this, to me, again, is applying the most basic or rudimentary self-limiting lines possible when there are so many greater things possible. Practicing a universal art such as Kali is, it's easy to apply many of the iron fan techniques. And I'm not doing it to fight, I'm not doing it to teach, I'm doing it for one thing, me. Me, myself, and I. And it's my lines of self-perfection, a unique form of timing and energy that the fan supplies. Fanning is a part of some types of silat. You fan certain parts of the body to create an effect. People forget that wind is my element. So the fan is wind, as well as a steel bar across your forehead. So it's, so it's part of what I pursue. And as you know, there are many who trained under Mr. Harris, or Sid Woodcock, or Fook Young, and they learned about signaling. That was their word for what I call subliminal gestures. My lines of self-perfection are working along the lines of those subliminal gestures, using the fan and its explosive quality of sound and wind, the thunderbird. So the fan for me is like the wind from the wings of the thunderbird. When the thunderbird speaks, it's thunder. Wakinyan. So I see the fan as part of being my element. It is part of how I gather power and gain grace and poise and beauty under the most horrific of conditions. And people say, why would you do that? Because that sets you apart as a leader and as a skillful motherfucker. Because at those points in time, most have turned to jelly and water. And if you do not, because of your internal training, the command of your mind, which commands your body, then I guarantee you, you will fare better. So never ever not believe in your power of seeking energy, strength, knowledge, guidance of the self through your lines of self-perfection. I am telling you, warriors, tough, hairy, brutal men, I love you all. But you can also be beautiful, poised, knowledgeable, graceful, brutal, hairy men. It's just a choice. You can have more or you can have less. That's why sometimes in the old days they called some people ne'er-do-wells, meaning they never do well. And then others, they do well. It's a choice. So remember, Bruce even talked about that. Our only limitation is no limitation. And in most cases, if there is a limitation, it's a self-limitation. Ooh. So we discover these, we eliminate them, and we embrace the entirety of the arts, not just the destructive cycles of it, but the healing cycles of it, the beautiful cycles, the perfect cycles that exist. By doing that, you will find yourself raising your abilities on a daily level. I guarantee it. And read Don Ruiz's book, The Four Agreements. People always wonder, what books do you read, Keating? There's one for you right there. And then really do it. Don't just read it and go, well, blah, blah. Do that shit. Live that shit. And watch it shape and change your world for the better. All right, amigos. This is Uncle Jim, and I'll catch you on the next one.